page of Nigerian newspapers, and I begin with the Punch newspaper. The major story here says, Petrol hits 800 naira as 240 million litre vessels arrive. 5 tanker vessels offloading PMS at Lagos Port. Independent marketers sell over 800 naira per litre. Black marketers charge 1,200 naira per litre. Motorists groan, commuters lament rising transport fare. Another story here says Tinubu will end economic sabotage, Shetima tells African leaders. Now, EFCC probes 1,146 frozen accounts for money laundering. Federal government begins fresh bid rounds for oil blocks. And customers panic as CBN bans OPay, PalmPay, others new accounts. Some of the stories you find on the front page of the Punch newspaper. We move to the West newspaper now. And still talking about petrol pump price hitting 900 naira to a litre in Southwest. Osun Task Force warns against product hoarding as black marketers return to Lagos roads. And another story here. Lagos declares last week of September annually as Yoruba Week. And the week will showcase various aspects of Yoruba culture like food, music, and dance. One other story here quickly before we move on. Abeokuta gas explosion, Ogun government seals of Gasco Marine. Oshogbo Ibokun roundabout now open to traffic. Government once again one-way driving. Some stories you find on the front page of the West newspaper. To this Nigerian newspaper, it says Petrol Agony. Nigerians recount tales of agony over petrol. Scarcity continues. Motorists lament wasted productive hours. Commuters stranded at bus stops. It will soon be over, says NNPC officials. Now, EFCC operatives disperse pro-Yahaya Bello protesters at Abuja office. Senate resumes plenary, gives fresh conditions for lifting Ningi's suspension. Tribunal stops multi-choice from increasing DSTV GoTV subscription rate. I believe some Nigerians will be happy with this move. The federal government needs 2.8 trillion naira to subsidize electricity in 2024, says Adilabu Power Minister. $10 billion investment required annually for 10 years to guarantee power supply. We move over now to Nigerian News Direct. Black marketers resurface as Lagos Ogun commuters beg for relief as PMS supply worsens. Product sales above 900 naira per litre. And Lagos establishes Cybersecurity Advisory Board. Obaseki approves new minimum wage of 70,000 naira for Edo workers. And the people there are celebrating. To the Vanguard newspaper now, travelers, commuters groan as fuel scarcity bites harder. Travelers, commuters groan as fuel scarcity bites harder. Talking about fare hike. Right, that's one story you'll find on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. To the Leadership newspaper now. Supply glitch worsens fuel scarcity nationwide. We have not had supplies in 2 weeks, marketers are saying. Petrol queues linger, motorists, commuters stranded. If crisis persists, we will intervene. Senate is saying NMPCL keeps mum. And don't pay new tariff without 20 hours electricity. That's what the minister is saying. So I believe Nigerians should start calculating how many hours of electricity supply they get before they make payment. All right. Some of the stories you find on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. To the Daily Trust now, why petrol scarcity persists, marketers, the work resumption disrupted in Lagos, Ogun, transporters hike fares. Federal government to Nigerians accept tariff hike or total blackouts, Senate kicks. All right. CBN's Forex deal, CBN stops 4 fintechs from onboarding new customers. That story you find on the front page of the Daily Trust. And to the New Telegraph, we seek permission from bandits to farm on our lands. That's what the story is saying. And those one financial sector's loss to fraud rises by 23% to 17.67 billion naira. Some stories you find on the front page of the New Telegraph. Ibrahim.
Right, the first with me here is the first news. Governor Diri swears in commissioners, local government chairman, emphasizes fiscal responsibility, and the screaming headline here says JAMB releases 2024 UTME results, over 8,400 score 300 and above. Exam records more female enrollees. Candidates can check scores via SMS. No need for CBT centers. Emefiele receives $600,000 bribes from contractors. Witness testifies in court. Obaseki approves 70,000 naira new minimum wage for Edo civil servants. Our youths will transition Nigeria into digital economy powerhouse, says President Tinubu. Fuel scarcity. Marketers blame NNPC supply challenges. Naira shows resilience, rebounds to 1,275 to the dollar at parallel market. Banks in Nigeria lose 18 billion naira to fraudsters in 2023, NIBSS report. Next is Nigerian Tribune. FX crisis. EFCC to freeze 1,146 individual company accounts. Account holders accused of illegal forex dealings, terrorism, financing, money laundering. Above the masthead or below the masthead, black marketers have field day as petrol sells for 1,000 naira per litre. Filling stations sell fuel between 650 naira and 900 naira. Queues, transportation situation worsen, residents groan. And Labour set to picket airlines over refusal of unionized workers. Edo to pay 70,000 naira minimum wage. Nigeria must spend 10 billion naira yearly till 2034 to revive power sector, says Minister. Over 30 Easter advert messages failed compliance test. Archon. My suspension plot tied to 2027, as according to Ganduje. Nigeria's economy has escaped sabotage phase. That's Tinubu. Next is the Nation newspaper. Money laundering probe. EFCC swoops on 1,146 bank accounts. Petrol scarcity leaves Nigerians stranded. NEC pro-EFCC, pro-Yaya Bello protesters at agency headquarters. How I received $600,000 for Emefiele, ex-CBN director tells court. Next is the Daily Times. How I collected $600,000 contract gratification for Emefiele, ex-CBN director, as embattled ex-Apex Bank governor challenges Lagos court jurisdiction to try him. Tinubu reiterates Nigeria's plans to build digital markets. Fuel scarcity bites hard. Lagos residents groan. Detained hostages negotiator Mamu seeks transfer from DSS to Kuje prison. And above the masthead, JAMB releases 2024 UTME results with 64,624 results under investigation. Next is the Daily Independent. Corruption allegation. Kiyamo demarketing Nigeria's aviation sector. Experts say aircraft leasing, insurance premiums may rise over action. Minister trying to justify interference into NCAA jurisdiction. Nigerian Stock Exchange Group sets to digitize process of bank's recapitalization exercise. Bandits kill driver, abduct 2 on Abuja-Kaduna highway. 4 killed, others injured as herdsmen attack Enugu community. Federal government must invest $10 billion annually for improved electricity. That's according to the minister. Court orders EFCC to freeze 1,146 accounts of individuals' COIs. Next is Platform Times. Minister of Power advocates $10 billion annually for 10 years to revamp power sector. Mob attack. Travelers stone police inspector to death in Rivers State. 16 arrested. First News editor refutes DIA's allegation. Abduction account calls it tales by moonlight. 2 tragic suicides rock Ogun. Woman jumps into well. Man consumes insecticide. Above the masthead, Benin Palace sacks officials for allegiance to Oni. Army busts notorious human trafficker in Lagos. Rescues 22-year-old victim. Court stops multi-choice from increasing DSTV, GoTV subscription rates. Next is Blueprint. Our economy has gone beyond phase of sabotage. That's according to Tinubu. APC-led government tackling disjointed decisions of the past. Ganduje. Nigeria requires $10 billion for 10 years to revive power sector. That's according to the minister. On the bottom strip, commuters stranded as transport fares spiked by 50% amid petrol scarcity. Tribunal halts multi-choice from increasing DSTV, GoTV subscription rates. Business Day is next. Lives at risk as 26.3 billion naira medical emergency fund eludes hospitals. Kegs back as scarcity spreads. Petrol nears 1,000 naira per litre. Last but not least is the Nation Sport Alive. Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. Kane, Bellingham set for Titanic showdown. NFF appoints Finidi as Super Eagles head coach. Bags 2-year deal. Lazio I, £20 million rated. Dele Bashiru. I'll always score goals. This to critics. Chiamaka wins best goalkeeper of the season. Arteta warns Man City. Arsenal will fight until the death to win Premier League title. Bayern versus Real Madrid. It's fight to the finish. That's according to Tuchel. Liverpool expect Salah to stay, and then Ancelotti